So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dames en here, hartlik welkom aan almal van u. Dis 'n voorreg om u by hierdie wonderlike geleentheid te hê. En ons kon hierdie week ons akademiese uitnemendheid vier met 7 grade plegtighede, insluitende 2 vir doktorsgrade. En dit voltooi nou die 2015 akademiese jaar, waar tydens ons 2 rekords geslaan het. Die meeste kwalifikasies in geheel, 7,857, en die meeste doktorsgrade, 266. Ons is baie dankbaar hiervoor. Ons is dankbaar vir die harde werk van ons personeellede en ook vir die harde werk van ons studente wat hierdie prestasies moontlik gemaak het. So hierdie onderhaal is spesifiek vir ons nuwe doktorandie wat ons eer vandag. Daar is 'n goeie aantal van hulle wat nie Afrikaans magtig is nie, so ek gaan meestal Engels praat. So welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. I am standing in for our Chancellor, who is overseas for board meetings. It is a privilege to host all of you. Also not with us is the recipient of an honorary degree this March, the psychologist and Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman. He could unfortunately not make it today, but we are extremely proud to honor him with a degree of Doctor of Philosophy honoris causa in recognition of his thought-provoking research on the human response to uncertainty, which is integral to Stellenbosch University's institutional journey towards transformation and the fostering of thought leaders for the future. Please also allow me to single out a few guests who are here today. There are members of council present, as well as members of management and other senior colleagues, the president of the university's convocation, Advocate Jan Jennis, but then most importantly, our new recipients of doctoral degrees and their loved ones, as well as their promoters. You really make us proud. Well done. Allow me to single out a few individuals in this group of new doctorandi. Dr. Kanyisu Nebutalu, the wife of the Vice-Chancellor of the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, Dr. Prince Nebutalu, and also Dr. Sonja Loots, who was recently elected to the Executive Committee of Convocation. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the sought-after Chancellor's Medal for 2015, Dr. Jacobus Charles Bender Kotze, or Koot, to his family and friends. His proud parents, Marianne and Koot Sr. from Somerset West, are also here. Welcome to you all. So for a variety of reasons, not least being that Dr. Kotze is now serving his internship at Frere Hospital in East London, and might I mention, it's also the hospital where I was an intern at. We could not award this medal to him at a ceremony, but we decided nevertheless to include it in today's program here at this reception. So at the risk of embarrassing him somewhat, I want to tell you a little bit about Koot. So Dr. Kotze het op 8 Desember 2015 die graad MBCAB cum laude verwerf met 'n gemiddelde prestasie van 81,42% oor sy 6 studiejare. En moenie die 0,42% vergeet nie. So in 2015 is hy aangewys as die beste student in huisartskunde, primêre sorg, gemeenskapsgesondheid en gestremde sorg, geregtelike geneeskunde, pediatrie en kindergesondheid, die kliniese vaardigheidsdomein en urologie. En hy ontvang ook die prys vir die beste MBCAB skripsie en is as die beste 6de jaar student aangewys. This is not all. Dr. Kotze undertook research projects as co-author, although this was not required for his academic program. He is published in international journals and presented at international conferences. A number of his articles were published in Mail and Guardian, thus making the science of medicine accessible to the general public. He was a founder member of the TB advocacy group TB Proof, which received an international award in 2013, as well as an active member of the Safe Working Hours campaign. And in 2015, he was the co-presenter of a workshop on undergraduate medical research of the South African Student Surgical Societies. In addition to his academic work, Dr. Kotze also was a tutor and mentor to his fellow students, a volunteer and trainer at Marty's Community Service. He also was a co-founder of the Meerhof Men's SARE Group, and for his role in these extramural activities on the medical campus, he received the Tygerberg Students' Representative Council Award for Culture in 2015. So, dames en heren, duidelik, Dr. Kotze is 'n rolmodel vir toekomstige medici en 'n uitmuntende ambassadeur vir die Universiteit Stellenbosch. Dit is my groot voorreg om die kanseliersmedalje aan hom te oorhandig. En die feit dat ek self 'n alumnus van die fakulteit Geneeskunde en Gesondheidswetenskappe is, het natuurlik niks daarmee te doen. I am in that dangerous position now that I'm all that stands between you and lunch, so I won't keep you much longer, but just a few final remarks. So yesterday, Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Higher Education and Training conducted an oversight visit to Stellenbosch University, and I'm glad to report that it went very well. They said they were very impressed by our achievements in terms of academic excellence and financial management. They also acknowledged our significant progress in the ongoing journey in terms of transformation. And transformation is indeed a priority for us, because as I said in my remarks to the committee, Stellenbosch University regards itself as a national asset, proudly serving all the people of South Africa. We have a great job to do, which is not to be a Harvard of the South, but a new African university, on a mission to broaden access and to maintain our excellence and increase our social impact in order to create a community of social justice and equal opportunities. But institutional transformation is never easy. Change, which must be deep and extensive, might be undertaken with an eye to systemic sustainability, but it does create uncertainties and places high demands on all involved. But we must do this because it's important for society at large, and it's because the university and Stellenbosch University remains central to the Knowledge Project. So I want to thank all of you for progressively helping us realize this vision of making Stellenbosch this place that we all want it to be. So finally, I was reminded of Tip O'Neill, who was a legendary American politician. He was the US Senate Majority Leader in the time of Ronald Reagan. And he gave 3 tips to politicians and leaders. He said, 1, you must always be brief, be very short. 2, never be introduced to a crowd at a sports event. And 3, always quote some poetry. So, hierdie is 'n wonderlike tyd van die jaar hier in Stellenbosch. En dit is 'n tyd van verandering en is 'n tyd van transformasie. So ek dink ek wil net afsluit met hierdie sonnet van NP van Wyk Lou, wat ek dink is tekenend vir hierdie tye. En is vroegherfs. Die jaar word ryp in goue akkerblare, in wingerd wat verbruin, en witter lig wat daglank van die nuwe wind en klare son deurspoel word. Elke blom word vrug, tot selfs die traagstes, en die eerste blare val so stil weg in die rookvaal bos en laan, dat die takke van die lang populiere al teen elke ligte môre witter staan. O Heer, laat hierdie dae heilig word. Laat alles val wat pronk en sieraad was of enkel jeug en ver was van die pyn. Laat ryp word, Heer. Laat u wind waai. Laat stort my waan tot al die hoogheid eindelik vas en nakend uit my teerdere jeug verskyn. Now please enjoy this reception with us. Thank you.